go ahead and hit the recording button. And you want to talk to Linda, I believe it was. Okay. And so one thing I feel is that this person passes medically. I just had a bunch of things in my brain for this person. I feel like this is a mother figure for you. I feel like there's a sense of didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or like a frustration, or like almost like an anger, like it wasn't good enough, or we didn't get enough time, or whatever. And then I see them like going down like a slide or a chute. So this kind of means like they just went down so quickly. Hold on, and then we have like a picture in honor of their memory, or the way we're choosing to display their memory is what they're talking about. They also say, I don't think we were able to communicate. I think that was the problem. Even if you were there toward the end, I don't know if she was able to communicate. So I feel like I'm getting like definitely, yep, she took a nap and died. Let me show you what I just drew, and you'll be able to watch it in real time. Right before you said that, I just drew a bed, and that's my sign symbol that they were laying down or not up, like something happened while they were laying down. And then you said that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so she had said, yeah, she took a nap and died. That is wild. Who is this to you? Seems like a mother figure. And then I draw a piece of jewelry and I circle it and I say all of it. So someone has her jewelry. Okay, so Renae says, as mom, and that's what she said. She said it was like a mother figure for her. Okay, was she past? Did she have anything underlying medical going on, or is that what we know? It seems like it was something underlying medical, but we didn't expect it to be as progressed as it was. Honestly, something that makes it have a heart. Her blood doesn't get a lot of oxygen, is what it was saying to me. What things are saying, what I'm being told. Blah. And then she goes, yes, I have her jewelry, I have her ring. She goes, probably, and it was unsure. Okay, cool. So it's like this big mystery. All of a sudden she goes to lay down and take a nap, and she passed away. Why is that also a trend for today? Weird. So you feel like you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but listen, she said that she loves the way you're choosing to honor her memory. And then she also says thank you. You either did something toward the end of her life, or maybe like you single-handedly helped put on like the celebration of life, or so it's two separate things. One, whatever you're doing, whatever display, a little ooh, you look exactly like her. Okay, whatever we are doing in honor of her memory, you officiated it. You officiated what? You officiated what? Can you officiate a funeral? Can you do that? I love that you guys are talking about better help and counseling. Her funeral, I was in the military. So I was like, I love the way, okay, and she loves the way you display her memory after as well. But then she says that, she loves what you did to help like facilitate her celebration of life, and you officiated her funeral, and you were in the military. And then she talks about her jewelry, which you have in honor of her memory. She talks about laying down, which she took a nap and passed away. She tells me it was something underlying medical, but yeah, I don't know, like, high blood pressure can lead to anything. She goes, I can't even remember the last time I drank water, and then she laughs, and I was like, Jesus. But she said she's a primary guardian angel. She makes me feel like she has like a sister energy up there that has a lot of energy, shoulder length hair, and she's up there with like family, so she wants you to know everybody's up there. And then you have an older male up there that passes something medical that served as well. And he's also a primary guardian angel for you. Can't really see much with him, just he's a little leaner and he's always doing stuff and he's had a hard time communicating. Probably looked grumpy, but I feel like he was great, but couldn't always express his emotions. presence. And Dr. Renae says, that's her father. Okay, great. I'm glad that she's up there, and I'm glad that she's pulling in her family members and showing you her dad's over there. So up in the attic space of your imagination, Dr. Renae, you know that you could pop up and hang out with them at any moment. And I think you do. I think you catch yourself really popping back into the real world more times than we care to admit, because we're crazy, right? And so what this is when you get so lost in your visual. Does she have any messages for me for life? Okay, yeah. And so she goes, when you can go up into the attic space of your imagination and you can find yourself, hold on. So when you go up into the attic space of your imagination and you can see it, you can imagine a piece of furniture. You can imagine your mom and your grandpa hanging out in the background. You can add this, add a TV, add this, and you could decorate it if you want. You could put plants up there in that corner with that light right by the window. You know, you can decorate it. And if you can visualize things as good as you can, or I could tell you all about SpongeBob, and now all of a sudden you got a fucking yellow square in your brain. You're like, no, Kato. And if you're visualizing SpongeBob right now, then you most likely have a clairvoyant ability. It means I can go, does that make pictures? No, it doesn't. But if I say SpongeBob, and then all of a sudden you got a yellow square, squeak, 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 going across your forehead, okay, or if I'm like, go in your attic space and see your mom, and we pop up there, and holy shit, there's mom, you're clairvoyant. If you find yourself pop, like, oh God, how long have I been mentally out for? What happened? What year is it? Okay, if you find yourself coming back down to reality, it means you can get so caught up in your own visuals that you can actually real-time channel. Like right now, I can sit down, I can put my curtain, put myself in my little pod, and I can real-time channel just by watching this TV screen in my brain. Pretty cool. Means I'm clairvoyant, just like you. So, love that for you. And I love the fact that, like, being a life coach, when you meet somebody, when you initially meet somebody, you can kind of think, okay, they remind me of this person, this person, this person, this person. You almost make a little client file for your people. Visually assume, make visual assumptions of who they are, and then it turns out 9 times out of 10, okay, you're like, oh, I was exactly right, because then as they talk and help create the picture, you can see where your file folder creates. And then when you go home, you can see it all, and you create the situation, you help make them what you see they could be. That's exactly the same thing, and that is clairvoyant, where you can map it all out visually, so you don't have to go home to be talking to mom either. All you have to do is go up in your attic space. What are you guys talking about? Okay, even if you had a journal, when it starts to consume you, work it out. When you journal, it's the equivalent of saying it out loud, but to yourself. Say it out loud to mom. Run it by mom, see what her goofy ass would say, you know? So, I think that there's a lot of channeling that you can realize you're doing before you think you have to, like, go find a dark corner to, like, meditate in. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much, like, you mean just thinking. When I was lost in thought the other day. Okay, imagine me lost in thought, never. And I was driving my car. Very human of me. Very not to mirror, all right? So I'm driving, and I'm realizing out of nowhere, okay? Because when you're up, the universe communication, really talking to your dead people, that's internal, okay? But external, the closest you're going to get is signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers on the clock. Holy shit, and what is the chances that happened? Coinky dink, dead people. Got it? Okay, cool. So I was driving my car, and I was behind a big yellow van that said 1 hour heating and cooling. If we're not on time, you don't pay a dime. And I'm like, oh, cool. In my head, right? And then all of a sudden the radio comes on and goes, 1 hour heating and cooling. If we don't arrive on time, you don't pay a dime. Okay? And I'm like looking at heating and cooling, hearing about heating and cooling. What are the chances that comes on the radio? That car's in front of me, and I'm just talking about blah, blah, blah with my Papa Joe up in my brain. Damn. That's where it is. It's like a dot to dot. And you're repeating numbers on the clock, and you're one dead person over. I mean, not dead person, my bad. They're not here, they're over there. Okay, just trying to organize my realms real quick. Okay, you see a repeating number on the clock, synchronicity. What are the chances? Life is like a dot to dot. And where do you go to have your own communication with them? Your inner world. Yes, that happens fast. Spirit downloads happen in 2 seconds. That's why I can go, okay, they pass for the time, and even though I'm getting flashcards, I'm absolutely right. I'm dead on it with every single one. I've done 8 readings today. You barely even watched me do it. Hello. So fast. I'm so fast. That's what it is. Did you know if they get spirit communication on a device during like ghost adventures, in order to hear it back so you can hear it, they have to split the time in half? Hello.